Greetings everyone and welcome to this Fire Emblem Direct podcast. I'm your host BLAZINGKNIGHT and joining me today is my good buddy Bearfish.
Actually, it's SchemingFox.
Okay, your name keeps changing like every month.
No. That's, basically, rat time. My name has always been SchemingFox and the channel has always been Bearfish.
So there you go.
However, everybody on the channel just fucking mixes everyone's names up, and I'm the only person that tries to stay consistent.
So it's easy to see the confusion. But anyway, Today we're going to be talking about the Fire Emblem Direct that was about a week ago. I'm very sorry this took so long, but I had other priorities. I had to get the 15,000 sub special done, but we're here now, and we're just gonna, talk about our thoughts about the Direct, all the games announced, and, just Fire Emblem as a whole.
Yeah, it's gonna be good,
yes,
hopefully.
It is. Let's get started. So, before the Direct even started, what were you, hoping to see? What did you expect to be announced?
Well, I'll be honest, I wasn't really expecting anything. When I heard only a couple of days before the Direct kicked in that they were even going to do a Fire Emblem Direct, and I was like, what? Okay, what are you going to talk about? Fates only just came out the months before. I just can't think of anything you have that you could be saying or doing.
Yeah, very true. I was like, okay, Fire Emblem's getting a Direct now. I mean, I knew they were going to talk about Fire Emblem Warriors and Fire Emblem Mobile, but that was it, really.
Well, that was all I was expecting from it, was just a bit more elaboration of Fire Emblem Warriors. Maybe they confirm some characters, which they did. They showed gameplay but I really was just expecting it to be a half-hour thing.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the mobile game, I didn't know what to expect from that mobile game.
Neither did
I'm
I.
gonna be honest. To be honest, I'm surprised about how good that mobile game actually looks. It looks kind of fun.
It does. We'll talk about that later, but it does look really good.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, honestly, I couldn't think of anything that they were really gonna say. Maybe the only other thing I could really think is they might announce some sort of DLC for Fates, or they were gonna talk about something to do with the Switch. That was really it, though.
Yeah, same here. Again, I just thought it was going to be the spin-off games, but we got a lot more than expected. And starting us off was Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia. Is that how it's pronounced?
I think it's Shadows of Valentia. I always mix it up and call it Shadow over Valentia.
Well,
I think
way,
in Japan, I think the name is called something completely different, though. I think it's called something like Fire Emblem: The Forgotten King.
Yeah, well, the Fire Emblem names do vary in Japan. I think Blazing Sword is called Rekino Ken.
Yeah, which then translates as The Binding Blade or something like that.
Yeah, well, Binding Blade is... well, Binding Blade's also a weird one, because that's also Sword of Seals in some countries.
Well, yeah, because that's Suin... Yeah, that's Fire Emblem 6 is called something like Suin no... I can't remember the whole thing.
Yeah,
but then that's supposed to translate as Sword of Seals, but then the second... Yeah.
It's weird,
The Japanese titles are weird. I'm glad we got a better name when it came to Fates than Japan, because I thought the Japanese name for Fates sucked.
Yep. But yes, we got the trailer for Fire Emblem Echoes, which is a remake of Fire Emblem Gaiden. So, what did you think?
Well, I started watching it, I actually was really late into it, because I don't like watching the Directs live. Mm-hmm. I just tend to watch them after they've finished and just get through it in that way. And it was quite late at night. And I was basically ready to go to bed. I was like, I'll check out the Fire Emblem Direct, fuck it. And it was the middle of the night, and I got in deep trouble, because as soon as they showed the trailer, I was like, wait, is this what I think it is?
Yeah, I had no clue what it was.
Because, I've played Gaiden before, but I don't remember it tremendously. I just remember it being very weird. And then they were just like, yeah, this is a remake of Gaiden. And I immediately went, ah! My immediate reaction was to just scream at the top, but it was 2 a.m. or something. And I pissed off everyone in my partner's home, because I was just losing it.
To be fair, whenever there's an E3 or a Direct, that's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice surprise. I think it's a really good move from Nintendo.
So
because
do
if anything,
I think like them choosing to remake like Gaiden, which is, you know, the only like a really, really old Fire Emblem game, was a very bold move.
Yeah, well, I think it's a good idea because it gives them fresher perspective to do other things.
Very true.
Because I do think with Awakening, following that, Fate's very much, as much as it was doing a lot of new stuff.
It did pull a lot from Awakening.
Yeah, and I was a little worried that they were just going to start sitting on Awakening and just go through
ride
that
the
structure.
Awakening train, especially because, you know, Fire Emblem was about to die, and because Awakening was so successful, you know, to be fair, it would kind of make sense for them to do that.
Yeah, it would almost be called the Nintendo move, right?
Yeah.
It's very much considered Nintendo's thing.
It's like how with Zelda, they're trying to just recapture the success of Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, which is what a lot of people sort of see when it comes to their console games, and then they tried to shape things up as Skyward Sword, and it went in the completely wrong direction. And finally, with Breath of the Wild, it seems like they just went, well, why don't we just do something new?
Yeah.
Rather than just constantly trying to find the
magic that we had in Ocarina of Time.
Find the magic of the older style, because Ocarina of Time was good in 1997. It's one of my favorite games, but we can't just sit here and think that in 2017 it's still going to be popular with people. I think the same thing with Fire Emblem Awakening. As much as there was a lot about Fire Emblem Awakening I liked, as someone that's been playing the series basically since 7 came out overseas, since that actually got its international release, I did feel like it was a little underwhelming in some places, and I'm hoping that the Shadows of Valentia at least like addresses some of the issues I had, or refreshes some of the formula.
Yeah, well, one thing I think that's a really good reason they did this one is because Shadows of Fire Emblem Gaiden is a very different Fire Emblem game. There's a lot of stuff in there that a lot of Fire Emblem games don't even have, like overworld, dungeon exploring, villages. There's a lot of different stuff there.
It's like playing
Zelda 2.
It's like playing Dragon Quest, if anything, like the old school Dragon Quest, like on the NES or something. But every time you're in an encounter or something, it becomes Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
It's strange, but it when I played the original game, I at least bothered to complete it, so it was definitely doing something right.
Very true.
And I think with the direction, with a remake, it could be a really huge success.
Yeah, I hope so too, because, well, I think it's good they're remaking this one, because this one is, like, you know, Fire Emblem, the original, already got a remake, and Gaiden is the only one that probably needs it the most because of how dated it is. Yeah. Because even some of the older ones, like Fire Emblem 4, they still hold up. Gaiden, not so much.
Yeah, well, it's also just like, a lot of people just don't even think about Gaiden. I understand that might just be because of, like, the fact that it's a Japanese exclusive game. But I know a lot of people that will actually sort of mention, like, Frasier or the first two like Marth games.
Yeah, they'll talk about those, but no one talks about Gaiden as much.
What is it? I'm gonna fuck up now because Genealogy of the Holy War. Yeah, which like that's talked about a lot, but just no one really mentions Gaiden. I think Gaiden's in the same boat as a lot of these sorts of it's the dark sheep
Black
of the Fire Emblem series.
It's like Zelda 2, Mario 2, and Castlevania 2.
Yeah. What is it with twos?
Well, to be fair, it's because back then, you know, limited technology NES games and the franchise just started out.
Yeah, and I think it's just ambition.
Yeah, but very much ambition. I
feel like this game is really ambitious. Even today, I think. It's a strategy RPG also trying to be an actual RPG.
Yeah.
Like, trying to take those elements, and I'm excited to play it again with.
I'm very excited because I think it's just be great to see a new version of it. But I want to see, like, I want to see how they're going to incorporate and update this game with all the new stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully in a good way.
Well, because people may not know, but like things like the weapon triangle system.
Yeah, it didn't exist in that game.
Or like weapon classes.
There's no supports in that game either.
Yeah, so if you were smart with, like, the older Fire Emblem games, you could just exploit being able to just give Marth a fucking silver sword right at the start of the game and just laugh.
Yeah, you can literally be like, I've got the best weapon to begin with, whatever.
Yeah, because you just take it off the trap character, which is always in every Fire Emblem game, like the mandatory paladin at the start of the game, and you just laugh.
Yeah,
you just win the game.
Level up and just gain bajillion experience points.
I'd say if anyone wanted a comparison, I feel, to the closest thing that this is going to probably feel like, not counting Awakening and Fates, because it will take those elements, it's... I think Gaiden is a good... the best way to explain it is almost like it's a really basic version of the Sacred Stones.
I like Sacred Stones, though.
Yeah. No, Sacred Stones is one of the best games in the series to me.
Okay,
I think
you can see that for like the overworld map and like visiting different places and even the branching pathways.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. The fact that you can actually, you not always with Alm, and you can just switch between Alm and Celica, I believe is the other girl's name. Yeah, which is the same sort of thing as like that you can go with Ephraim
or Erica.
Or you can go with, with Erica. So, like, I think that if you needed a comparison, that's probably the best way to go for it.
Very true.
What about the amiibo support as well?
Well, for one thing, we get that before we get Corrin. That's what everyone's been joking about. We still don't have Corrin amiibo for Smash.
Holy shit, we don't! Do you think it's gonna happen?
Unless they do Smash for Switch, I doubt it.
Stupid. Wait, does that mean we're never gonna get a Cloud amiibo?
That's gonna suck.
Oh,
or Bayonetta
because I wanted a Cloud amiibo just because it would be the most ironic thing.
Yeah,
to have
Cloud and Nintendo.
Cloud and Nintendo, but that's nothing to do with Fire Emblem.
Yeah, but
I mean, he has a sword and he has spiky hair, though, so maybe.
They're all Japanese. But yeah,
they're all the same.
I don't know how this amiibo support's going to work, but people are going to get it because it's going to look cool. One thing I hope, this is both a hope and a worry for this game, but I reckon if this game is successful, really successful, it could help bridge the gap between old and new fans.
Yeah, no,
because
absolutely.
The old fans will be like, oh, yeah, they're remaking Gaiden, that's fantastic, and all these updates from the new games, I appreciate them more. And the new fans will be like, wow, like, oh god, Gaiden does some really good stuff, like, like, wow, there's some stuff here that weren't nearly as good as in Awakening and Fates. We should check out the old stuff.
Holy hell, map design? What's that?
Yeah.
Like, I can't on Fates, but certainly Awakening, I had a massive... we talked about it before, I have a massive issue with the way
Awakening's
the map
level design
works.
is weak, but to be fair, a lot of Awakening's flaws I just chalk up to, they just threw the kitchen sink at the gate, assuming it'll be the last game.
Yeah. But obviously a lot of newer fans might then find Gaiden a little overwhelming.
Yeah, that's another thing I'm worried about.
Or maybe they won't. Maybe they'll find it quite fresh. Yeah. Maybe they'll be like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
why
actually
I'm excited
have to
for Gaiden.
strategize.
That's why I'm really excited for Gaiden. It looks different, it looks fresh, and it's just a new experience.
Yeah,
I'm really excited for it, but I'm also worried that because it's going to be like the old games, and if this is my biggest worry, if it doesn't do well, especially because I think it's an eShop only game.
Really?
Yeah, that might be because
I thought it was getting a physical release.
I think it is in Japan, but I'm not sure about here. If it does, that's great. I'll get it, physical.
Because I know it's getting released globally at the same time.
It's not.
I thought it was.
No, it comes out in Japan April, like late April, comes out mid-May for us. Not big gap.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, not Fate's gap, which was bullshit.
The less said about Fate's distribution, the better.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
I was so sorry, but
Rip limited edition.
I got that.
You lucky bastard.
I know. But yeah, if this game doesn't do well, I reckon it will like reinforce Nintendo's idea to just stick to Awakening, which I hope they don't do.
Yeah, well, the biggest scare is that Nintendo could do what they've done in the past with the Fire Emblem franchise, which is that, like, Path of Radiance did fairly well. Radiant Dawn didn't do as terrific. Mm-hmm. And then the remake, like Shadow Dragon's remake, was infamously underwhelming in sales.
Yeah.
And Nintendo's reaction to that wasn't, oh, maybe people just didn't want to play a remake of an NES
No, the
game.
reaction was, let's kill the franchise.
The reaction was, oh, no one wants to play Fire Emblem games anymore. It's like, what?
To be fair,
I bought Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn Nintendo. What are you on about?
Yeah, to be fair, though, that's not just Fire Emblem. That's the reaction to every franchise they do.
Metroid,
Yeah,
F-Zero.
Like, to be fair, I know they wanted Star Fox Zero to be a success, but the fact that it wasn't, we're not going to hear from Star Fox for ages again.
No, we will not see Star Fox 4. I think Star Fox is done now, personally. Yeah. I just don't think Nintendo will touch it again.
Yeah, like,
which is a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame, but also but it also kind of shows how quick Nintendo will flip the coin. It's like, oh, Awakening success. Let's pour all our money into Fire Emblem.
Yeah, whereas then at the same time, it's like, oh, well, Other M had a backlash, so no one wants to play Metroid games anymore.
Let's make Federation Force, though.
Yeah, let's make Federation Force and piss everyone off even more.
Yeah, how do you do that?
It's Nintendo, man. As much as I like the games they bring out.
Yeah.
When they're good. When they're good. Yeah. At the same time, I hate their policies. I hate them. I hate the way they just do things because I just find it such a brain scratcher. You just sit there and you're like, what? Why?
Yeah, I know. Again, I've said this many times. They're a fantastic developer. They're a terrible business.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. Which is nice. It beats arguing with Clover Squirrel about Nintendo.
But yes, I am very excited for Echoes. The new art style looks amazing.
Yeah,
and it's fully voice acted.
Alm and Celica look fantastic. I really like that. I was a little surprised that they didn't just take their designs from Awakening and carry them over.
No, this is a nice blend of Awakening and Sacred Stone style.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a really good point. I think they've taken the spirit of the original design and then just updated it to work in modern day.
Yeah, and I think it works.
I saw a lot of jokes on the internet about Alm's codpiece being his comically large codpiece.
Oh, is he compensated for something?
Yeah, he sacrificed it so his game actually got remade.
Yeah, it's the lakes people will go to.
Yeah. I'd probably do the same thing for a Metroid Prime 4.
Oh god, we all would.
Anyway. I think I'm very optimistic that it's going to be good. I also, yes, very interesting about the fully voice acting. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that their cast, they don't just rely on the same old voices. And this is going to sound weird. I watch a lot of anime and stuff like that. So, in a nutshell, I'm quite bored of Laura Bailey.
So you hope they just don't go for the Funimation favorites?
Yeah, and that's not
you don't want to hear what's his name? The guy who voiced...
Yuri Lowenthal and Troy Baker and those
or Chris Sabat.
And that isn't me saying and that's not me saying that they're bad voice actors.
But they're everywhere. And they also do multiple voices for multiple characters.
Yeah, and especially, I think Laura Bailey's the hardest for me because whenever I hear Laura Bailey, I'm always like, there's Laura Bailey.
Yeah. I remember when we were at Anime Club, you're like that. Oh, there's that person. Oh, there's that person.
Yeah. And I mean, again, I'm not saying that Laura Bailey isn't talented. She is a decent voice actor, but I am eventually going to get to the point where I won't hear, oh, that's Lucina. I'll go, oh, that's Laura Bailey.
Yeah, it's very much the same when you hear the voice. It's like you don't hear, oh, that's thingy with Winry and stuff. It's like, oh, that's this and that and the other.
Yeah, and I think when you're making it fully voice acting now, it's gonna come out even more. That's gonna. So. I just hope Nintendo are a bit more creative with their casting.
Yeah, very true. But overall...
Get some Xenoblade guys in there, do it!
Yeah, but overall, I'm very excited for this game.
Oh, I think it's going to be fantastic. I think it's going to be...
this could be the start of a rebirth of Fire Emblem, if you ask me. I think this could literally bring everyone together and make this great.
I think Fire Emblem's still in a stride anyway. I don't think that Fates or Awakening were particularly bad games, but I think that it left...
They did divide the fan base.
There was much to be desired from its already established fan base before them, but it's got a lot of people into Fire Emblem, so I'm hoping that this then...
Seals
now they're
the gap.
right, they take the training wheels off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, very much so.
Obviously, hopefully they'll still have those difficulty settings, so if people still want to have things like...
casual mode and stuff, that's
their
fine.
character comes back, like, they can do that. I will never touch them.
Yeah, again, they're optional.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that hopefully Shadows of Valencia is going to be a massive success.
I hope so too.
I have optimism that it will be.
Yeah. Okay, so after that, we got information on no footage or anything of a Fire Emblem game for the Nintendo Direct. So Fire Emblem 15. Okay, this one, no one knows anything about, so everything's up in the air. What do you think?
I was surprised that they were willing to drop their handheld format with Fire Emblem to actually make a fully console-based Fire Emblem.
Well, remember, the Switch is kind of 50-50 on handheld and stuff.
I know that the Switch can be a handheld, but I'm treating it mainly as a console at the end of the day.
Same here.
Because I think if Nintendo are trying to drop the DS, for example, which I've heard a lot of people say it's a bad move, I think you should still make games designed to be played as a console game and games designed to be played as a handheld game. And I think that with this, they are going to be trying to make a Fire Emblem that works primarily as a console game.
Yeah.
Which is going to be nice, because I really enjoyed Path of Radiance.
I like
and
the console
really enjoyed
ones, yeah.
Radiant Dawn, so I think that a return to that, especially,
After
is going to do
you know
wonders.
what is the weird part? It's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years
Radiant
after
Dawn came out
Path
in
of
2008.
Radiance?
Or was it even 2000? No, it might have been. Yeah, it was 2008.
Really?
Yeah, it's been 10 years since a console Fire Emblem game.
Christ, I feel old.
So do I. But that's also a good thing. It also shows, once again, they have faith because, you know, they have faith that Fire Emblem will do well. And my biggest hope for this game is we're now on the Switch. We are 2 generations ahead of the Wii. And if the Wii, and we can assume the Switch is going to be more powerful than the Wii U.
Yeah, well,
so,
it has to be.
Yeah, if the Wii U can make something as epic and huge as Xenoblade Chronicles X, I want this Fire Emblem game to be massive.
Yes and no. I don't want it to be too big.
Obviously not too big,
I get a feeling that then there'll be a point in the game where the consistency will dip.
Yeah.
But I am hoping for a bigger scale in terms of presentation and a bigger scale.
We're looking at proper HD cutscenes and everything.
And a bigger scale in terms of level design, I'd say, more than anything.
But
I don't want it to be a game full of, I don't want it to be, 70 chapters long, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would like it to at least be enough that it doesn't outstay its welcome, and the focus is more around how can we use this hardware to change the way the strategy of the game is going to work and how people can go about encountering levels.
Yeah, very true. Again, if they've got this all this power behind them, they could do some really good stuff with the level design, especially because one thing I always applaud Fates for, especially Conquest, it showed us that they can be really creative with the level design now, so we just upscale that.
I mean, one of my favorite stages, especially with the Conquest run, was the stages where you're in the other realm and you have to you can shift between different planes.
Yeah, chapter 15. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, I thought that was a really interesting idea to do.
Yeah, I also really liked chapter 12 where you've got to break the pots and get to the end whilst dealing with all these people.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, again, they can be really creative with the level design, and I think if they just keep that up and just upscale it and do something really big, we're in for something really good.
Yeah, and obviously if they keep up their already established things, I'd honestly be interested if they try to go for an inheritance system again, but maybe take a
genealogy approach where you make...
From genealogy where, you play as one person at the beginning and then you're their children the next.
Yeah, it would make sense, especially if the game is of a big scale. It would make sense. You get enough time to know each character in each timeline.
And then it makes the game, in general, feel grander.
Not only that, but I also think a big Fire Emblem game would work for the Switch, because let's just say you are playing it, and you're near the end of a level, but you got to go, then you can just take the thing with you and finish it later.
Yeah. I think it will also, because it will be console-based, I'm hoping that they will try not to make the game as grindy as, say, Awakening was.
Yeah,
because
I think that's also the progression, because in certain games like Birthright and Awakening, you can grind like crazy, but Conquest and Path of Radiance is just a straight linear.
Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping that they go more for the linearity approach.
I hope so too.
And maybe maybe they have a separate thing where when you take the game out in handheld form, that's maybe when you can do those sorts of things.
Probably,
as a bonus to people. I don't know, maybe people will find that an issue.
Well, to be fair, I think what would be great if they
way-
gave us the option, do you want to have a linear game or do you want to have a game where you can explore?
Yeah. I would also like it if they go even further with their multiplayer aspect, because I think that what they've been doing with Fire Emblem recently with their multiplayer, where you can actually have matches against people, I think they could go even further with that with a handheld, with a system like the Switch.
Very true. Maybe you could go to another person's house and bring your army.
Yeah, well,
and especially if you've got big maps,
really fun.
You will start at different points, and you'll have to work together to conquer an objective.
Oh man, imagine that. Yeah. Co-op Fire Emblem, that would be interesting.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see how beautiful this game's going to look. Fire Emblem HD characters and cutscenes.
Yeah. Well, God, if it's anything like what Smash looked like Lucina looked fucking amazing in Smash Bros.
This could be a beautiful looking Fire Emblem game.
I wonder even if they'll try and make it have that same sort of style that Tokyo Mirage Sessions had, where it's really bright in not the actual design,
not the super Japanesey designs.
No, more like when you're playing Tokyo Mirage Sessions, the game is really colorful, and everything pops.
I don't think it will be like that because Fire Emblem as a whole is much darker, whereas Tokyo Mirage Sessions was very J-poppy.
Yeah, too right.
But one thing I'm hoping this Fire Emblem game does is that it's very standalone. It's not tied to Awakening or Fates or even the original. It's just its own story, its own characters. It doesn't have to bring in other characters from other games. I think
if we were to revisit anywhere, it would be actually quite cool if they bothered to revisit the world of Path of Radiance.
The Tellius, yeah. To be fair, I just hope this new console Fire Emblem game is very much like the Tellius games.
Yeah, because I think there was a lot about the Tellius games that was really, really interesting.
Yeah, the Tellius are some of the most loved in this series. Anyone who plays them will tell you that they are some of the best. They're not perfect, but they are some of the best.
I think they're only scoffed at by people that have played the older games and sort of get on a high horse about it.
Tellius is kind of
because it's doing so many different things. Because obviously, that's the game that doesn't have things like you need an item to class up.
No, but I kind of like that. I just like the leveling up.
No, I love it. I remember when I started playing Awakening, and I was like, wait, I'm at level 20. Why aren't I leveling up? And I was like, oh shit, yeah. Tellius was really different.
Different in a good way, though. Also, bonus XP. Greatest thing ever.
Yeah. Things like that I think were really valuable to that game, and I felt there was a lot with Tellius I really enjoyed. I think it's still one of the only games that did the base thing and made it feel like you really had this group.
Tellius done really well with its characters, and it really made them feel like a team. Because one of the attention to detail I loved is every time you got a new character, you got a base conversation with them, which made Ike feel like a real leader.
Yeah. As opposed to what seems to happen with Awakening or Fates, where people get added and then sometimes your main character will never talk to them.
Oh, yeah.
Or never talk to them again.
In Fates, it's a case of, oh, look, I got a royal. Oh, plus 2 retainers.
Yeah. It's just a little bit like...
And also, I hope if this is a big Fire Emblem game, bring back the third tier units, please.
The third tier units.
You know, in Radiant Dawn, where you went from sniper to marksman.
I forgot that even existed.
Yeah, I love that.
I forgot that even existed. That was amazing. Yeah, I think they should.
Yeah, because it turned your units into gods.
Yeah. It rewarded you for bothering
to main someone
to play with and also it meant that those the trap character Titania or things like that,
they could still be useful,
weren't completely useless.
Yeah, it made everyone really, really good. Also, if you train someone up from level 1 to usually third tier, if you made a Dawn Brigade unit third tier, they became OP as shit.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I remember doing that, because I remember, the fun of that was then trying to find different... It gave you an alternative way of going for a run of the game.
Yeah, that's what I love. So, Fire Emblem 15, just make it big, make it good.
Isn't that the case with most games?
Yeah, but this one I want to be big.
Make it good.
Bottom line, make it good.
That thing you did with Other M, do the opposite.
Oh, God. Again,
I'm never going to let...
Yeah, I know you're never going to let that down. I'm never going to let down the fact that I'm the one person who actually likes the game, despite, I'll admit, not everything about it being amazing.
No. I know 2 other people that like Other M.
Oh yeah, I'm not the only one.
I can't forgive them.
Yeah. To be fair, though, as time has gone on, the more I visited it, the more I'm going to point out, some aspects of that game are fucking terrible. Even I can't defend some of it.
Again, this isn't a Fire Emblem related topic. We probably shouldn't go down the road.
Yeah, let's.
And also, because I could moan about that game forever.
And I could defend that game forever. So let's move on to Fire Emblem Warriors.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of it.
That's the one thing I was disappointed about this Direct. We only saw Chrom fight.
I was genuinely shocked. Because I thought we were going to see way more than that.
I thought it would be the focus. It's like, no, by the way, Chrom's here. It's coming at late 2017. I was like, is that it?
I honestly thought they were just going to tick the boxes for, like, fan favorites. They were just going to be like, here's your boy Chrom.
Oh,
here's Roy. Look, there's Marth.
Here's Ike. Here's Lynn.
Buy our game. Yeah, buy our game. Buy.
Yeah, that's all they would have to do.
Or at least elaborate maybe what the new gameplay style is going to be, because I really hope this game isn't just Hyrule Warriors with Fire Emblem characters.
Here's the thing. If you played one of the recent ones they did, Arslan Warriors of Legend, which is based on the anime Heroic Legend of Arslan.
No, I've not even heard of it.
I've got it for the PS4. One of the mechanics they've done, which translates beautifully into Fire Emblem, is basically your character has multiple weapons at the start, and if you just press the side buttons, you can switch between them. So you can start with a sword, but then you can fight with a lance and then a bow. During combos, if you press the R trigger, you switch between them and you can do some really elaborate stuff. That is perfect for Fire Emblem.
That sounds very similar to what Dragon Quest Heroes was doing, where you had like a full party of 4, and they all had their own individual abilities.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if they did that, that could be really interesting.
A lot of Fire Emblem characters use multiple weapons. Like Lynn, she uses a sword, but she also has a bow. So if you do some sword combo, then finish it off with a bow, just make it really good.
That would be fun. I hope they have something as well, like maybe, because I know Warriors games have leveling systems.
Yeah, allow you to upgrade.
They could do the class up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could do the class up thing. They could do like weapon grading and stuff like that.
The more you level up your weapon, you can use it. Imagine like you can use like if you got to S rank with like just a generic like Mia or Wayne, you could use like the legendary weapons like the Binding Blade.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
Like, Lynn, for example, obviously I want her to have
give her
like,
Ragnar.
The soul catty or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And just be like, oh, this is so cool.
Ultimate wish fulfillment. I was so hyped for this game because in the video I made, top 5 Fire Emblem games I want, this was number 1. So I'm like, holy shit. And everyone on my channel was like, oh my god, they announced it.
I think it was a smart decision from Nintendo, really, because I remember as soon as they were like, "Here's Hyrule Warriors," I was thinking to myself, "Man, they should probably do this with Fire Emblem. This seems like something that would be a really good idea to do."
I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner.
Because honestly, and I just hope that, I think the roster, I really ask, I hope the roster is like a all-star cast.
Yeah.
It isn't just Awakening, Fates.
That was something I was going to bring up.
That's what I'm very scared about.
I was going to bring that up, because in the trailer you see Ryoma's sword, Xander's sword, Chrom's sword, Corrin's sword, and Marth's sword. So everyone's been saying, is it just going to be Shadow Dragon, Awakening, and Fates? Which, to be fair, those 3 games definitely have to be in. There's no question of it.
Yeah.
But
it's gonna suck if like...
This is Fire Emblem. Come on, you can do so much more. And do you know what my biggest worry is?
What?
If they don't include any more at the launch, they'll all be DLC. Nothing but DLC.
Like a Binding Blade DLC.
Binding Blade DLC. Yeah, Tellius
DLC. Yeah.
Because here's the thing.
That would be
I wouldn't put it past them because they love their DLC.
Yeah, like especially Koei, yeah. I wouldn't put it past them either.
Like, I don't expect the entire cast.
Hyrule Warriors got to a point where it was stupid.
Yeah, I don't expect.
In my opinion,
I don't expect Koei Tecmo to do everyone, but I think at minimum they need Awakening, Fates, Fire Emblem 7, Original, and Tellius. Minimum.
Yeah, if I was to really add an extra one to that, maybe maybe Sacred Stones.
Yeah, maybe. If not, Sacred Stones should be the first DLC. That'll Gaiden, because, you know, here
Well,
echoes.
actually, Holy War as well. Not Holy War, Gaiden, yeah, because considering the new games coming out.
I was going to say
in particular, I would just ask you, who do you want to be in the game?
Oh, I made this point. I want to be the villains. I just want to play as the Fire Emblem villains and go ape shit.
Oh.
I want to play as the Black Knight.
Yeah.
I want to play as Sophia.
What about all the dragons that are in every Fire Emblem
literally.
game?
Just want to go nuts.
I would really like to see a Lagoose.
Oh yeah, like look, the Lagoose Kings.
Maybe. Oh my
play
god.
Play as Kanagas and Tibon in the Sala.
Oh, that would be so cool.
I know. To be fair, I think the roster, I think we're going to get all the Lords. That's kind of a given. We're going to get all the Lords.
Oh, that's a given. We're going to get most of them.
We should get Lords, villains, and the characters that are like heavily tied to the plot. So like, we're going to get Azora. We're going to get like Ninian and Nils.
Yeah, we could get Ninian actually, couldn't we?
Yeah,
because they were really major players in the series.
Yeah.
It would be cool if we saw some of the less popular, like, maybe they should do, like, what they've done before, a fan poll, so that, like, certain characters get in. Like, I know a lot of people, when it comes to 7, a lot of people obviously really love Lyn.
Yeah.
But they also really love, Florina. They like, the two knights, Sane and Kent.
I love Sane and Kent, but also, like, even with Sacred Stones, everyone goes nuts over Joshua.
Yeah, because Joshua's a badass.
Yeah. Well, one idea I had that I'm gonna make a video on this and go more in depth with it. But one idea I had was where you could pick a class like Pegasus Knight, General, Wyvern Knight, and then you choose the skin you want, and it's basically the characters from the other games. They all have the same attacks; they just look different.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, because that way you can literally play as everyone.
That would actually be quite cool. Yeah, then there's sort of no limit.
Also,
I'm hoping.
Sorry, I was going to say...
You say.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I can't imagine Koei having the time and resources to make every character unique, but they could easily just make skins for every class.
Well, it's interesting you bring up skins, because I'm hoping that they give characters alternate costumes.
Do what they did in Smash, like, give Lucina her alternates.
Like, maybe give Chrom his Mirage appearance.
Or give Marth different appearances based on how he's been in, like, the older games. Like, you have classic Marth, and then you have, like, Shadow Dragon Marth.
With, like, the tunic and that would be pretty cool. Where he just hasn't even got any leggings on. Yeah. That would be interesting.
Like, got alternate costumes.
Or, like Lyn has, like...
her Awakening costume and her normal costume.
Yeah, like things like that. I think that will be really interesting.
Yeah, again, though, I remember talking to someone, because this is made by Team Ninja, Camilla and Tharja confirmed.
Oh, God.
This is being made by Team Ninja, you know it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be in your face.
I wonder if they will put, like, Corrin or... Robin into the game.
Oh, they will. They will have to. They're gonna have to. Robin's one of the most popular Fire Emblem characters.
Yo, when's Tactician from Fire Emblem 7?
Oh, Mark.
When's Tactician? Oh, did he have a name? I
think his name was Mark.
Shout outs to Mark.
Yeah.
The best Fire Emblem
for Fire Emblem Mobile.
Mark for Fire Emblem Heroes. Yeah. He's got my vote.
Yeah, but
his ultimate attack, like his Musu mode, will just be like being really good at. No, it'll be save scumming.
Yes,
he'll just save scum.
But yeah, this game is just like, it's Dynasty Warriors, it's Fire Emblem. Put 2 and 2 together. Just make this a Fire Emblem game where we go nuts, play as people, and just go crazy.
I wonder what the levels will be like.
I reckon, because here's the thing, I reckon the story will be a typical, some sort of time travel thing, Lucina's got to recruit all the lords to fight the villains. I don't expect anything big from this story because it's Koei.
Yeah.
So I reckon that the levels will be based on the big points in those games. Like Awakening will have like Renewal, they'll have Walhart's Castle, and they'll have like maybe fighting on the back of Grima. Like the big plot point levels.
Yeah, and like if that's the case, I hope they sort of have like I really hope we get something like a stage involving like Ashnard.
I reckon what they'll do for for Tellius is they'll have the one where Ike infiltrates the castle and fights the Black Knight for the first time.
Yeah.
They'll have the Serenus Forest where it's burnt down and then gets rebuilt.
Yeah.
And they'll have the end game to Radiant Dawn where you travel up the tower.
Yeah.
They'll totally do that.
That makes sense. I agree with that. I hope that Ashnard actually is playable.
Again, villains. Ashnard should be playable.
Interesting.
It'd be fun because Ashnard's like one of the more unique Fire Emblem bosses.
Yeah, he is. And I'm sure like things like Valadar will be a shoe-in.
Yeah.
Maybe even Gangrel will be in it.
I reckon they'll do either Walhart or Gangrel for the Awakening villains. One of the two. Again, hopefully we'll get like loads and loads of people. But, they'll base them based on the chapters in Awakening that, or in the games that are the most significant. I'm going to
call it now, though. The final boss of the game is probably going to be Grima.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's probably going to be Grima.
No, the final boss of the game just turns out to be, I'm trying to think. No, it turns out to be, God.
Mark?
Yeah, it's Mark.
It was me all along. I just wanted Lynn back.
You thought Robin was a fuck tactician, but it was I, Mark!
Oh my god! I would like it if he's just like there, like, I did it all so I could see my waifu Lynn again.
Yes. I had waifus before it was cool. But yeah, I've wanted this game for ages. I doubt they'll fuck this up. Just, give us more characters to start with. That's all I hope for. Don't limit it to 3.
How can you really fuck it up? All we gotta do is do enough fan service and make it play like every other Dynasty Warriors game.
That's why I think the Dynasty Warriors games work best as crossovers, because it's just nothing but fan service.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll do, I hope they do something that was similar to what Zelda had, where, what was it even called?
The adventure
where you're
mode.
like on the old Zelda Yeah, well, you're on the
what
Zelda
if they
map.
did, because
I'm hoping they do something like that.
This would also make a lot of sense.
Like a siege mode or something.
Yeah, this would also make a lot of sense. What if they did Gaiden mode, where you travelled across the world map, ran to enemies, did objectives to unlock stuff? Because remember, Gaiden has a world map and dungeon exploring.
That makes sense.
That makes much sense.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah. I agree with you. I think there's a lot about the game that it has potential, I think, as the end point, but it also has a lot of potential to have a lot of scummy shit.
Yeah, it does. And I hope it doesn't. I just hope it doesn't.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Same.
So, for the final game was Fire Emblem Mobile, also known as Fire Emblem Heroes. And I think it's safe to say this game shocked everyone, because it looks good.
I think everyone was expecting this to be really, really mediocre.
But this looks like a legit...
Honestly, I was expecting it to just be like that weird mode in Fire Emblem Fates where you pet waifus on the face.
Which I'm glad didn't make it overseas.
The most generic, boring, whatever thing.
Which I'm very glad didn't make overseas.
That really got a shitstorm around it, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Really
certain things don't translate well to different cultures, and I'm sorry, if you put that in the West, the people that just bought the game for the first time would be like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
Yeah, I think really there was no way that they were going to be able to do that without it being a controversy. If they removed the feature, it was going to piss people off. If they kept the feature in, it was going to piss people off.
Yeah.
Even if there was the only real solution probably was keep it in and have some sort of option to remove it from the game.
Yeah, or you can just ignore it.
Choose. That's only like the best route from it, but even then it's gonna
you're gonna piss off someone.
You're gonna piss someone's mum off.
Yeah. But this game, aside from the fact that it has a story for one thing, which is weird.
Yeah.
And it's got the first Fire Emblem character to have a gun.
Yeah, what was that? As soon as I saw the gun, I was like, what the fuck is
also,
this
I saw the
shit?
hooded figure and I thought to myself, what, Robin's packing heat now? It's like, fuck forward, I got a shotgun.
You came to the wrong fucking neighborhood.
Yeah. Try to take my waifu, you die. But
I will pop a cap in your ass if you touch Sumia. If you go anywhere near Sumia, I swear to God.
That's my reaction to it.
Oh, god damn it. Fire Emblem Awakening has too many waifus. That's irritating.
Yeah, well,
why can't you just marry all of them?
No, do you know what? I said this with a joke with my friend. Robin is the chick magnet, but because Corin can A support with A+ support and anyone, he's the whore. Corin gets it on with everyone and anyone.
I wouldn't call him a whore. I'd just call him,
the most bland piece of shit in the world.
Ambitious. I don't think Robin was much more in depth. Like, they were kind of basically the same sort of
No, I think Robin was
for your
I think it was better because Robin wasn't the main character. Corin was. I think that's the thing that hurt.
Corin gets exposed more because he's the main character. Or she. To be honest, canonically, I think Robin is a girl anyway.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Not Robin, Corin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I don't know, that's just my own canon. That's the nice thing about having two different genders for your created character.
Very true.
But anyway, yeah, I just think that there wasn't that much depth to him anyway. But moving to Heroes.
Yeah. It's essentially just mini Emblem.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be the greatest Fire Emblem game
I'm going to say
ever,
this now, guys. Don't expect, like, the big, massive, like, this epic grand story, this epic thing. It's a mobile game.
Yeah, I think if you go into it with your expectations being that it's going to be
like the next Awakening
like
of Fates.
any other Fire Emblem game, you are going to get disappointed. But I think for what its goal is, which is to be a mobile, which is to do the mobile phone sort of formula, I think it actually handled it in the best way possible.
Yeah, it's just a slimmed down version of typical Fire Emblem, but the best part is, and we're all nuts over this, you can literally play as anyone.
Yeah, and really, that's the thing that I was excited about.
Yeah, in fact,
I was actually like...
Yeah. And if we could vote, that was another thing that everyone's going nuts over, the voting.
Yeah, that's cool. I immediately voted, like, right away. I think I already told you who I voted for.
Yeah,
like,
do you know what the best part is? Do you know who's winning in the polls?
Who?
The top three are Lucina, Ike, and Lynn.
Oh, Benny.
I think Lynn is top for female characters.
Yes. As she should be, because she is the best female character.
She is definitely one of my faves.
Best Fire Emblem character. I'll fucking say it.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I'm a jazz maverick.
She's in my top 10, no question.
Yeah, she's a great character.
Yeah.
Everyone in the comments of your channel is just going to be sat there like, man, this SchemingFox guy all he did the whole time is just gush about his waifu Lin.
So what? I gush about my waifu Sumi all the time. Who gives a shit?
Hey, Sumia is the best girl in Fire Emblem Awakening, though, isn't she?
Hashtag best girl.
Yeah, she is the best girl. Like, comment, and subscribe if you think Sumia is the best girl.
Trending
tweet
now.
Tweet at me at SchemingFox. Just tweet at me. Sumia's the best girl. I want it in all caps. Send me fan art, everything. She's the best.
Oh, man. Very true, very true.
What is this? These are the weirdest tangents I'm going in. But I think that Heroes is going to... I'm almost confident that it's going to actually do better than Pokemon Go in the long term.
Maybe in the long term, not starting out, hell no.
Well, what I mean by that isn't necessarily... Pokemon Go was the most viral thing ever.
Yeah.
It was almost a great example of the difference between a YouTube channel and just a YouTube vid that goes viral.
Yeah, very true.
Because
because also, Pokemon Go recaptured the magic of growing up with Pokemon. Because remember, for all of you who aren't old enough, when we grew up, Pokemon was literally everywhere. You could not escape it.
Yeah, it was like, it ruled the fucking earth.
And I loved it.
So Pokemon Go was the weirdest summer for me, because I was just like, is it 1998 again? What the fuck is going on?
I kind of wish it was 1998 again.
I don't, then I wouldn't have the internet.
Oh, that's true.
And I wouldn't have Fire Emblem Path of Radiance.
Yeah, but then you'd actually have good TV to watch.
What do you mean?
Like, you could go back, you're watching Pokemon, you're watching Digimon, you're watching Beyblade, you're watching Spider-Man and Batman.
Why didn't you mention Dragon Ball?
Of course, Dragon Ball. That kind of goes without saying.
Or Powerpuff Girls, the greatest cartoon ever made. Like, comment, and subscribe if Powerpuff Girls is your favourite cartoon.
But yeah, I think in the long run this will do better because this has got more depth to it.
What I mean is it's gonna have more shelf life, because Pokemon Go was like
fun for a few months.
It exploded for that summer, and everyone was playing it. As soon as September kicked in, by the end of it, no one was playing Pokemon Go. It stopped being cool.
Very true. Very true.
Because they just weren't. It's almost like it had a supernova. It just exploded.
Yeah. It made the news.
I think that. Yeah. Whereas I think Fire Emblem Heroes isn't going to make the news.
Obviously not.
But it's going to be popular. And it's going to have a lot of people then that will just play it.
Yeah, I reckon this is going to have like almost
period of time.
Yeah, it will have like almost infinite replay value because, like we said, you can play as everyone. Because one thing we noticed, and this is kind of hinting at a Binding Blade remake, they showed a lot of Binding Blade characters.
Yeah. Well, also I kind of freaked because there was a lot of newer art for a lot of these characters as opposed to reused. But yeah, it was weird, and it was weird hearing voices for certain characters. Like
English voices nonetheless.
Who was it that they showed? Liliana as well?
Lillian, Hector's daughter.
Yeah, that was like so bizarre. Like to hear her with a voice.
Yeah, it was.
And speaking of which, I can't wait to hear what Hector sounds like.
My boy Hector.
He has a voice. My boy Hector. We've on our channel actually tried to do a let's play of Fire Emblem 7 numerous times, and every time that we've gone to play it, like Hector's just gotten the nickname Rector because he just destroys everybody. Like I think it's stupid. He is like the best. Statistically, in my opinion, out of that game, he is the best fucking lord in the game.
Oh, out of those three, easily. He's like next to Ike and Ephraim, he's like the best in the series.
Yeah, I think Ike is probably the strongest lord in the entire series.
Path of Radiance Ike, because he's broken.
He is hilariously OP.
Yeah. Just Ether.
Yeah, I fucking have Ike like already at level 20 by the time before he's even like
promoted, yeah.
Yeah, before he's even what's the chapter? Another chapter where you recruit Jill.
Well, you have him level 20 by like chapter 12. Boat.
Yeah, I have him by level 20 by then. Because what you do is you give him a Luguz Slayer, and you just make him the only character in that stage.
Yeah, and he just wrecks
he will fucking kill every Luguz there.
Yeah, because Ike is amazing.
Like, no one can kill him. So you will have him level 20 by that point. You can make Ike really OP very quickly.
Yeah, very true.
It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
The moment he reaches level 10, you've done it.
Yeah, basically. I've had runs of that game where I've been playing it on hard mode with like no resetting, so and had it where like he was one of my only guys alive at the beginning of the game, and he just immediately got OP. Him and Boyd like classed up by like
on my most recent run, though I didn't use him fully. Boyd, like, he had better growth rates than Ike. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, but some of the RNG in that game could be ridiculous.
I know.
I think that Fire Emblem Heroes, I think it's gonna do better than any other sort of Nintendo app that they've done recently for the long term.
Very true. Because again, you can play as who you want, unlimited characters, raise your team up, and just have loads of fun. I don't expect the games like maps. I don't expect like the mechanics to be super in depth. Just simple, can you win?
Yeah.
Or, simple triangle. Just simple stuff. Simple Emblem.
It's exactly what it needs to be as a mobile phone game.
Yeah, and I'm glad they're letting us play as everyone, and I mean everyone.
Yeah. I was even worried that it was just going to be something really underwhelming, like it was just going to be like a character viewer.
Yeah, but no, it's a legit game.
Yeah, I mean, for once, I'm actually interested in buying a mobile phone game, and I think that says a lot.
The same here.
Well, no, not buying a mobile phone.
It's free.
Downloading a mobile phone game. I think the only other mobile phone game
also another thing I thought they would charge for
ever had an interest in was Fallout Shelter. Yeah, I thought they would charge for it. I thought it was going to be a shoo-in. Yeah. As soon as they were showing me how the game worked, I was like, they're going to charge. And it looks like even the microtransaction side of it actually isn't even that.
Yeah, again,
like
that bad.
The term pay to play
or pay to win.
Yeah. Yeah, where like
this isn't Final Fantasy All the Bravest.
The other term, freemium.
Yeah, freemium.
Where it's just it's free, but you get treated like shit unless you give us money.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, so
I think it's going to be solid.
Yeah, my plan is to either have a team of villains, because I know you can only have 4 characters. It's either going to be a team of villains or a team of waifus.
I mean, I'm probably just going to put my fan favorites into the game.
Yeah, Lin, and Lin.
Hey, Lin, and Samia.
Hell yeah.
No, it's probably going to be like Lin,
Hector.
Maybe Hector. I mean, I want to try and get a character for each game that I really like.
Yeah, that's very true. I want to also divide up the classes.
Like, I was thinking something like Lin and then like Titania, maybe. And then I would probably take a character from Awakening, which would likely be Samia.
Yeah.
And then a character from Fates, who would... God, I don't know. I always forget like, the thing is with Fates is there are a lot of characters I really, really like, but that's the problem, is there isn't characters that then stand out as, like,
not even
being
like Xander.
my fave. I like Xander, but...
What about Leo?
I don't know. I think one of my favorite ones is probably Arthur.
Okay, then.
I fucking love that douchebag.
Have you played this? Have you used Charlotte, though?
Charlotte?
Have you used her, like, as a berserker, though?
Yeah, she's fucking OP.
Yeah.
She's
everything.
stupid. She's dumb. Who else? It's one of the Nor Lords.
Camilla or Leo?
But it's because I haven't played it in
Is
ages.
it Camilla or Leo or Elise?
Elise. Because if you bother to
I know,
level
she can
her,
be ridiculous.
she
Her resistance
gets
and luck
really
are so
fucking
stupid.
Yeah, it's the same sort of shit as what I did to Maribel in Awakening. Because I wanted Maribel to marry Crom
Alright.
when I reset it, because I actually thought that was quite interesting. But then I was like, crap, I want Lucina to just inherit Gale Force.
It always comes back to Gale Force.
So, of course it goes back to Gale Force. It's the most powerful move in the game.
I know.
It's
It's like,
ridiculous.
I killed you, and I'm going to kill this guy.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's the dumb. Gale Force and Counter are the stupidest skills
I
in
fucking
that
hated
game.
Counter in that game, because the amount of times I got killed by those fucking warriors.
Fucking lunatic mode is savage.
Yeah. I played lunatic mode for a bit, and then I gave up. It's like, it's literally, lunatic mode should be just be called Frederick mode. You can't win as anyone else. It's Frederick mode.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, it's probably like Frederick and Crom, and you just pair them up.
Yeah, literally.
And then you just watch, and then you just... That's all you do for the game.
Yeah.
Like, entirely.
So Frederick only
like,
run.
When I played... as soon as I realized what Gale Force did, my first run of Awakening just became everybody gets Gale Force.
Yeah. Gale Force for everyone.
Yeah. It's like, what is it? Have you ever seen like, I can't remember it. There's like a video I've been shown before where it's like a guy just opening a beehive thing and all these bees swarm out.
Yeah.
But like, take that and just like Photoshop
Gale
Gale
Force on
Force
it.
over the top. That's what happened. I just opened the
Oh
floodgates
god,
on
not the
that.
Gale Force.
I didn't know Nicolas Cage was in Awakening.
Fire Emblem Nicolas Cage, that'd be hilarious.
So yeah, overall I think the Nintendo Direct was really surprising.
Very surprising.
I was not expecting it to be as exciting as it was.
Yes, four games announced. Mobile really shocked us. Very looking forward to Echoes. 15 of high hopes. Though I would have liked to see more about Warriors. That's the only negative I have.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that. To be honest, I would have liked them to actually elaborate maybe on what their plans are for the console Fire Emblem, but...
Yeah, I know it's very early days.
It's
To be fair,
clearly really early days.
alright, going back, I do not expect Fire Emblem console until late 2018.
Yeah, I agree. At the earliest, I think it's going to be late 2018.
Yeah, earliest, like very earliest summer, but other than that, I expect late 2018.
Yeah, I think it could even be 2019 because I'm a Shin Megami Tensei fan, for fuck's sake. Like, I am so used to delays at this point.
Well, if you're a Nintendo fan, you got to be used to delays. Remember how many times Brawl got delayed?
Yeah.
And Breath of the Wild got delayed ridiculous amounts.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It's stupid, but I mean, at the end of the day, delays exist for a reason. So,
yeah, usually they do help to make the game better, and I'm all for it.
Yeah. But I think we're done here.
Yeah, so
personally.
do I. But yeah, we're both very excited for this. Thank you very much for joining me. It's great to have you.
You're welcome. SchemingFox.
Yes, not Bearfish, but if you want, you do check out the channel. Also, I want to say a big thank you to you for helping me direct me to the capture card, because now, thanks to this guy, I can do Let's Play. So if you're happy about that, thank him.
No, thank you very much, dude. It's nothing really. I mean, it's exactly what we do. So
Yeah, but this is a lot of fun.
Yeah. And hopefully people liked my presence.
I'm pretty sure they will. Remember hashtag Sumio's best girl.
Some more videos with you again, you know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, I swear, when E3 comes around, dude.
Yeah. I think that'll be cool. Maybe I'll put you on some of our podcasts as well, like you did it wrong, or maybe we'll do a Let's Play. I don't know.
Yeah, either way, I look forward to seeing you again.
Yeah, and likewise. And thank you for listening.
No problem. See you guys later.